Let me tell you something. If you think a single moment can't really change much, maybe this will make you think again. I was in seat 1A, first class, the kind of seat most people only glimpse while walking to the back. I'm Julian Meyer, 32, made my money in tech early and built a life around comfort. Things like champagne on boarding and flatbed seats became normal. I wasn't arrogant, just a little detached. The world outside my routine moved at a different pace. That day, flight LX218 from Zurich to Cape Town felt like just another journey. The airport buzzed with delay rumors, but I didn't care. I was in the lounge sipping espresso, reading headlines about markets and takeovers. Boarding was smooth. I was the first to sit, adjusting my cufflinks, headphones on, chocolate unwrapped, ready to switch off from the world. Then I heard something. A faint tapping. I looked up and saw an elderly black woman, small and fragile, walking slowly with a metal walker. A flight attendant was helping her, speaking gently, but the woman looked unsure, maybe overwhelmed. They were taking her all the way to row 42, right by the engine near the toilets. No space for her walker, no comfort. And somehow, watching that from 1A made me feel off. Her face said she couldn't do it. And for a moment, everything just paused. I stood up before I really thought about it. "Switch her seat with mine," I said. The flight attendant hesitated. "Sir, this is seat 1A. I nodded. "I know. Please give it to her." A few people nearby murmured. One guy chuckled. I ignored them. I just couldn't let her sit back there for 12 hours. She came forward, slowly. When she sat down, she touched my wrist and asked, "You're giving this up for me?" I said, "It's just a seat." She smiled, faint, tired, but genuine. In that moment, something in her face softened. She looked safe. Back in economy, it was everything you'd expect. Tight space, noisy, tray table a little sticky. The woman next to me offered me a cookie. "Not many would do what you did," she said. I didn't know what to say. It hadn't been a plan. Just a decision I couldn't avoid. For the first time in a long time, I didn't feel the need to distract myself. Later, just before landing, I went to check on her. She was awake and saw me. "Come," she said, patting the seat beside her. I sat down, unsure what to expect. She reached into her bag and handed me a folded paper. I opened it, and my heart jumped. It was signed by Dr. Nyota Elena. I knew that name. A respected humanitarian, someone I'd seen on TV. She had built clinics in war zones, founded women's shelters, brokered peace where governments failed. I looked up. "You're Dr. Elena?" She smiled. "I used to be. Now I'm just an old woman. But I still recognize a good heart." I started to say something, but she stopped me. "You didn't know who I was. That's why it meant something. You saw a person, not a title." Then she asked, "Do you know why I was flying economy?" I shook my head. "I just wanted to disappear for a while," she said. "No speeches, no attention. Just go home quietly." But my body didn't cooperate. Then you showed up. She pulled out a small notebook, tore a page, and gave it to me. "Take this. I only give out 3 a year. If you ever want to build something that matters, take it to any Elena Trust office. We'll fund your idea. No questions." I looked at the paper. Her contact, her seal, a quiet promise. "If you ever get tired of chasing numbers," she said, "try chasing meaning instead." I could barely speak. "I don't deserve this," I said. She smiled. "Exactly. That's how I know you do." When we landed, she told me to go ahead. I like watching people carry more than they know they can, and that's how everything changed, in a way I never saw coming. As I held that card in my hand, something shifted. For the first time, the world felt wider, like there was more out there than I'd ever let myself imagine. A month later, I didn't use the opportunity for myself. Instead, I launched an education program for kids who'd never been given the kind of chances I had. The first grant came from the Elena Trust. I named the foundation after my mother, who passed away from cancer when I was 17. Years went by. When Dr. Elena passed peacefully in her sleep, her will included a note about me. She gave without knowing who I was, and in doing so, reminded me of who I still am. You see, giving up a seat, it's rarely just about the seat. Sometimes it's about stepping into something real, something that shifts your view of what matters. So let me ask you, where do you draw the line between comfort and compassion? Would you have done the same? Tell me what you think about justice, kindness, and those moments that quietly reveal who we really are. Drop a comment. Let's talk. And if this story moved you, give it a like, subscribe for more, and let us know where you're watching from. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and never underestimate the impact of a single choice.